Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engineers, where today I'm going to be showing off some different mining processing techniques, buildings, not factories, whatever you call them, just building based stuff. Because recently, or actually at this point not so recently, there's been some modded blocks being introduced to the game which help with mining. Mainly we got a massive bucket wheel excavator, which is really cool, and we also have some other modded what else do we have? There's another one. Yeah, there you go, the static drills. So then I also thought I might as well show off the nanite mining based stuff, because I've been using the nanite bots a little bit, so might do that. And I'll also of course show you the drills, and just everything in between. So without further ado, let's get straight on to the video. Alright, so in this game, there are 4 different types of drill. You have the hand drill, you have the enhanced hand drill, you have the professional hand drill, the elite hand drill, and that's it. I don't know why I was going to expect there's another one I told you this for. And the different tiers of drill are basically slightly more efficient than each other. So if I drill into here, you can see I get 4 rocks with each a little bit of stone. Switch to the next one. I get 2 rocks with slightly more stone in each. I apparently get a load of small bits. And then the elite one, you can see you get a much more rock for some of the little nuggets that fall on the ground. I'm guessing you also should, if you've played this game, know that you have a left click and a right click. If you left click, it of course gets you the resource and mines a smaller area. If you right click, it digs out a larger area but does not drop any of the resource that you're mining into. Now this is useful if you're trying to hollow out an area and you don't want all the stone that you could be mining. However, never use right click mining on something like a ship, for example this one, because you can also do the same for those big main drills. And that gets us on to the next stage of mining. Alright, so the next stage of mining is of course a mining ship. This is where you can go from having only what you can carry in your inventory to having actual cargo containers. Now, your mining ship probably won't be as big as this to start off with. Don't get me wrong, this isn't a huge mining ship. However, this is quite an expensive ship. I believe this one uses a cargo container and a medium cargo, or 2 large or something. It's got 2 drills, which you can use, and all the resources from the drills goes into the cargo, and you can use a connect on the back to move it between stuff. So again, like I was saying with the hand drills, if you right click, or if you left click mine, you will mine the voxels. However, if you right click mine, you will hollow out a large area. And just to show you all the... Actually, this thing is full. Huh. All of this gets put into the actual cargo. Alright, moving on to the next stage. Don't worry if it gets better. We get to a big mining thing over in the distance. Yeah, you'll like it. Alright, so moving on to the first mod. Like I said, this is the static drill mod. I'll leave a link in the video description down below. And it introduces 3 new blocks. You have these, I'm just going to put them in my hotbar. You have the static drill. Oh, you have a basic static drill. You have the advanced static drill, and you have a static drill. So this is the basic drill. If I was to turn it on, the basic static drill will start mining, has a little animation so you can see it's on, and of course you can hear it. And it doesn't have to be on the ground at all, because the advantage with all 3 of these is they don't actually actually use any materials. It doesn't just like remove them from our voxels. It will, as long as you're on a resource node, it will mine that particular resource. So this is quite a server-friendly type mod. If you have a lot of people and you don't want to, you know, have all the resources on a whole planet get wiped out, this is basically an infinite resource supply. You can see basic drill, it's not very fast. It's going up quite slowly. So let's turn that one off. And let's move to the, is this the, yeah, this is, so that's the basic. This is the start of a static drill. We will turn this on. Makes a bit of a different noise. I'm guessing this is a hammer drill. You can see it has an animation on top here. Very cool. And if you looked at it, you can see it's going up. Now this particular drill I obviously didn't place on a resource node quite close enough. As you can see, this is the pattern of the thing. I think I might have just missed it. So it's only collecting stone. But you, oh hello. You can see it is a lot faster than the other one. Let's turn it off and let's go on to the advanced. Now for this advanced one, I only got it to work when I actually put it in the ground. If I put it on one of these blocks, it wouldn't actually work. I don't know what was up with that, but there you go. If I turn it on, you can see. And this is just a gigantic hammer drill. And you can see, look how fast the resources are going up there. Super fast. So, yeah. Like I say, all of these things, all of these 3 drills don't actually take any of the resource in the ground. So you could have one of these drills on each type of resource and just go around and collect them all infinitely as many times as you want. Which is pretty cool. So that moves us on to the next method of mining. Alright, so this next method is another mod, and this one is quite an expensive one. I wouldn't recommend you probably make this one. These aren't in order. I just want to say these are just methods of doing it. The first few were, but yeah, we go off topic a bit here. So this is the nanite mining technique. So it uses a nanite base. I think it's called like a mining, yeah, large ore detector. So you place that down, you give it a good amount of power, so just put some reactors around it. And it scans the ground around it in a range, so in a 100-meter range. Searches at different frequencies, and it scans and it's found all, we got the amount of nickel, amount of magnesium, amount of silicon. Now, from there, you use your nanite factories, which we have here. And as you can see, one of them is currently going into the ground and mining the resources. Now, it seems like you can only have one nanite factory at a time mining. However, when one gets full, it can switch. So as you can see, we have a lot of silicon mined in here. Go into this one. Again, a good amount of silicon mined. This one, which is currently working, has the least. So it's obviously going this one next. But still a good amount. And then we got this one. Not F. There we go. It actually has the least. So it's obviously gone mining through them. However, the thing about this one is you could see it told how many resources it has. If I went into F8 and actually went below the ground, you can see it is actually mining out the silicon. It is mining out all the little clumps of the resource. So, of course, this isn't an infinite supply. But it does sort of mean you don't have any damage to this top surface, which is quite nice. But yeah, that's the nanite thing. Nanites are very expensive to power. As you can see on each one of these things, I have a lot of reactors on them because they're expensive. I didn't decide to put them on any cool vehicle. I just put it on the truck I've been building. And yeah, if I search the nanite, you can see, scroll down, there's a mining. There you go, mining nanites. Possible targets, it's got plenty. One doesn't have any, but each stream, for each one, requires 26 megawatts, which isn't cheap. You could also use this if you had a base. So if you had a large grid one, you could fill it with the mining upgrades. And as long as it was within, I think it's 200 meters. I can't remember the range. 300 meters. As long as it's within 300 meters of the thing, it will mine. Which is quite nice. Anyway, let's get on to bigger forms of mining, a bit more substantial. Alright, so we're going to show off a script-based mining concept next. Now this one uses a script, I can't actually remember what it's called. Automatic mining platform script. I'll leave a link to this script in the description as well. Feel free to use it. It takes a little bit of time to get set up. You have to name all of your things that you want it to be able to use to a certain name. And then you have to write set in the argument and then start, and then so you click set and run, and it calculates the time it will take, and then you do start and run, and it will start the whole thing off. But I've also added an LCD panel which you can do using a script. It tells you how long you have left, it tells you how far on it is, and it tells you how much cargo space you have. So this tells me right now it would not finish without filling up all the cargoes. But that's fine. And as you can see, it's just going to mine away. So it's a really, really cool script. It works by basically... So it rotates this a full 360 degrees. It extends out all the pistons so it would mine, do a full loop. It would pull in all the pistons a little bit, do a full loop, pull them in a bit more, do a full loop until it's mined all this layer. Then it will extend them out and it will go down using this piston, so it will go down here a level and then repeat it all the way until it would finish. It would make a perfect circle using a few amount of drills. Now you can do a sort of form of this without using a script, and I'll show you that next. But it's a bigger, more expensive, and yeah, it's up to you. It's a bit more clangy. Alright, so this is what I was meaning by bigger. So this is just a lot of drills with the advanced rotor, with pistons very slowly extending, and it slowly goes down in mines. Now this is great for just large... If you need a lot of stone, well, this is a great option, and especially with an update which happened actually fairly recently in the whole scope of this game. Stone being able to turn into iron, nickel and silicon. Yeah, it's actually a really good idea. Building something like this can easily get you plenty of resources for the majority of things you need, which is kind of overpowered. And then here I just have a sorter which pulls it all into this one. I have a sorter that pulls it all along to this end box, and you can see this box is full, this box is full, and this box is also full. So I would technically have to stop all this because I'm guessing these drills are also probably full. Not quite. But yeah, you can see what I mean. And it'd be easy enough. I haven't actually done it because it's just a show off. If I went to a button panel, and let's use the nice fancy button panel, what I can do is I can toggle the drills on and off, toggle the pistons on and off, and toggle the advanced rotor on and off. And if I go whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, of course, you could do that with a remote control block. You could set it all in and just have a one button for start stop. But that just pauses everything. It doesn't extend any down, it doesn't rotate, it doesn't turn drills on. And then you could just empty all them drills, get set up, and you'd be on your way. And then you could just set up a little filling station or whatever for trucks and transport it, or if you have it on the thing, you could just put like refineries and it would smelt all your resources into the corresponding items. Yeah, nice and cool. I'm not doing a mining thing. Oh, I'm not doing a processing thing for this video. I'm just showing you off for mining. But yeah, let's get on to the next mining concept, and it gets a lot bigger. Don't know why I went over there. A lot bigger. So let's get straight onto that now. Alright, so as you probably saw in the thumbnail, yeah, this is the big boy of big boys. This is a land excavator. It's a design of one of the largest excavators in the world. And it's actually really cool. It works by basically being a massive stationary tank. It has a big arm that can turn. It can dig into the sides all the way along. If I wanted to, I could also dig all of this out. I could dig up and down. Make basically a trench to flatten it all off. Drive forward and do the same thing, and it would just basically dig out whole areas of land. I'll try and put a picture in now of like one on a massive site. You can see, yeah, what they can do. And yeah, I thought I might as well make one in this game too, especially since we have the new block, the modded block, the bucket wheel excavator block. Yeah, they're really cool. So of course it's in my color scheme, orange and grey. And yeah, I've also got a little, I've got a modified Scorpion here, which has a load of cargo containers which can all be filled up with stone. It works just by dropping resources in here, and yeah, the trucks can be on their way. It means this thing, hello. There you go. It means this thing doesn't need to be like moving with the thing as it works. Because whilst this is moving, it doesn't move, so that didn't make sense. As this thing is mining, because it's just rotating and digging, the whole structure of the wheels aren't moving forward, so this thing can just be parked up and filling up. It works really efficiently. Now I put a little control station in here, and I'm using another script. I'm using a like rotor gyro rotor piston script, so I can use like my mouse to turn it up and down, and then I can also use Q and E to raise the different heights. You can do this again with just vanilla, but it's a little bit easier to do it. And of course I can click, or I can press number 2 and mine. So it's as simple as just lowering it down. And this bucket wheel excavator is actually really good. It's got a very cool animation, and it also works really well. So yeah, just let mine just going along. Lower it down a bit more. And it actually does honestly look like it's mining into the sand. See if I can get a good angle. It actually does look like it is digging into the sand and getting a load of resource out of it. So of course you can see I haven't really moved that forward because this had a bit of a hill, but if you started further back and slowly moved forward, you could flatten off the whole level, and yeah, it'd work really cool. So I'm going to turn it off and get back out. The platform has 6 large cargo containers. I've also got some mass blocks on the back just to keep it nice and stable. And as you can see, all of the resources get pulled into the large cargo containers, because of course drills don't like having resources in them. And then I have a simple button on the back here which can toggle a connector on and allow you to drop resource into it. as you can see, I was full. That's why I didn't immediately pick it up, because this collector's full. So obviously I had to move to ones around it which weren't so full. But yeah, from there you could of course get into your vehicle and drive away. Come back, the next one come back with a full one, and yeah, hey presto, nice simple mining method. And this is by far one of the coolest builds I have ever built in this game. Yeah, if you enjoyed anything I've actually done in this video, if you've seen anything which you like and seem cool, hopefully you'd like to leave a like on the video and maybe subscribe to the channel to help me out. We can get to 1,000 subs. We're almost there, so see if we can do that. And if you have any other ideas for videos, you can either leave a message in the video description, or you can join the Discord page and give me a message directly. Anyway, my name has been Quantum Chief, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.